dominant black women. And what's for her is what's for her. And what's for me
Hey
is
there,
what's for me.
champs. Welcome to PRO Wrestle Insider, your WWE update station. Hit that bell and let's step into the ring. In professional wrestling, every twist has the potential to reshape the entire landscape, and this week's SmackDown proved just how wild things can get. What started as a standard night of matches and storylines transformed into one of the most talked about moments of the year, all thanks to a revelation involving Jade Cargill and the mystery surrounding her recent backstage incident. A night that turned upside down, SmackDown was moving along like any other live show, crowd roaring, superstars battling, storylines unfolding, until everything suddenly shifted. Tensions rose, cameras cut backstage, and the energy changed instantly when the long-discussed mystery surrounding Jade Cargill's behind-the-scenes attack resurfaced. Fans had been buzzing for weeks, analyzing clips, speculating about suspects, and trying to make sense of the puzzling footage that WWE originally released, but no one expected the massive reveal that was about to come. Nick Aldis drops a bombshell. During a high-stakes segment, Nick Aldis stepped into the ring with the seriousness of someone who knew he was about to change the entire conversation. Aldis explained that updated security footage had surfaced, clearer, more detailed, and revealing far more than the original clip had shown. The crowd buzzed with anticipation as he spoke, the arena lighting making the moment feel even more intense. When he stated that the identity of Jade Cargill's attacker was finally known, gasps rippled through the audience. It wasn't just an update, it was a bombshell, one that set the WWE Universe on fire with questions and speculation. Understanding Jade Cargill's rise. Before diving deeper into the unfolding mystery, it's important to understand why this incident matters so much. Jade Cargill isn't just another superstar, she's one of the most promising, dominant, and naturally gifted athletes WWE has seen in years. At 5 feet 10 inches, with unmatched strength and confidence, Jade has captivated fans since her arrival. Her previous undefeated streak and her transition into WWE instantly made her a top-tier competitor in the eyes of the audience. She carries an aura that demands attention, and her rise had seemed unstoppable until the night of the attack shook everything. The night. Everything changed. The incident that sparked all the speculation began quietly, almost too quietly. Jade had finished up for the night and was walking toward her car in the backstage parking area. The initial footage, grainy and shadowy, showed a figure emerging from the darkness. What followed was a quick, startling encounter that left Jade shaken and fans stunned. The unclear visuals made it impossible to identify the attacker, but the intent was unmistakably aggressive. The moment raised a question that instantly spread across social media. Who would take the risk of targeting Jade Cargill? And for what purpose? A mystery. Larger than anyone knew, as analysts and fans dissected every frame of the original clip, theories multiplied. Was it the work of a longtime rival, a dramatic new storyline, or something tied to backstage tension? The ambiguity only fueled the anticipation, and WWE, intentionally or not, allowed the mystery to breathe long enough that it became one of the company's most talked about unsolved moments. Even Jade herself remained silent publicly, adding to the suspense and the sense that something big was coming. The new footage changes everything. Then came SmackDown's revelation. The new footage, far clearer and professionally enhanced, captured details. The first video didn't. The attacker moved with purpose, wearing a hoodie and mask but showing enough in posture and behavior to stir the audience into whispers and gasps. The crowd watched as the figure approached Jade, and although the mask still concealed the face, the improved footage made one thing undeniable. This was not a random act. It appeared coordinated, deliberate, and fueled by a clear motive. Speculation erupts across the WWE universe. Once the footage aired, an explosion of theories hit social media, podcasts, and wrestling forums alike. Some fans insisted the attacker had to be a rival from Jade's past, pointing to names like Charlotte Flair and others who have built reputations on fierce competition and high-profile clashes. Others believed it might be someone Jade crossed paths with during her AEW years, carrying an unresolved grudge into WWE. A different segment of fans wondered whether this attacker wasn't even an in-ring competitor, but someone tied to behind-the-scenes tensions or storyline manipulation. With so many possibilities, the mystery only deepened, and the excitement only grew. A turning point for Jade Cargill. For Jade, this situation marked a major turning point in her early WWE career. She arrived with momentum, presence, and the kind of star power that doesn't come around often. The attack may have halted her rise temporarily, but anyone familiar with Jade knows she isn't the type to stay down for long. If anything, this incident has likely strengthened her resolve. When she returns, and she will, she'll have unfinished business and a reason to fight harder than ever before. WWE fans know that moments like these often create defining chapters for superstars, and Jade's reaction to this ordeal might become the fuel that propels her into even greater heights. What this means for WWE's future. The storyline surrounding Jade's attacker doesn't exist in a vacuum. It affects the entire organization. WWE now finds itself at an intriguing crossroads. This reveal could mark the beginning of a new era of intense rivalries and dramatic confrontations. Or it could be a catalyst for WWE to re-examine its backstage dynamics and security protocols. With the entire WWE universe watching, every next step matters. The fallout from this attack could reshape future matches, alliances, and rivalries in ways no one saw coming. Exploring the most popular theories. As the investigation continues within the storyline, several theories have risen to the top. Some viewers think the attacker may be a well-known superstar looking to jumpstart a rivalry by targeting someone as dominant as Jade. Others see the attack as the possible introduction of a brand new competitor, someone poised to shake up the women's division and immediately make their presence known. A smaller but vocal group believes the attacker's identity could tie into a much larger, long-term storyline that WWE has been crafting behind the scenes, potentially involving factions, major debuts, or a surprising twist. Jade's road back, one thing is certain. This attack will not define Jade Cargill. Instead, it will strengthen the legend she is already building. Jade has overcome enormous obstacles in her rise to the top of multiple promotions, and this moment is simply another chapter in her evolving story. When she steps back into the ring, she'll do so with more fire, determination, and fan support than ever before. And the unanswered question of who targeted her will add even more tension to her return. A story far from over. As fans await the final reveal, excitement continues to grow. New clues may drop, more footage might emerge, and the attacker's identity could turn out to be someone no one expected. One thing is clear, the story is far from finished, and whatever happens next will shape not only Jade's future, but potentially the entire women's division. So stay tuned, stay engaged, and keep the theories coming, because this mystery is just beginning to unfold.